So where's your take on the new minimum wage announced by the federal government of Nigeria?
It's $43. Make of that what you will. That's all I have to say.
Okay. That's not the area I was thinking of though. What's your take?
I don't think it's enough.
I
don't think it's enough, man. Because at the end of the day, 70,000 is very small money, especially when you have a family and kids to take care of. Especially if you're in band, like for instance, if you're in band A, you live in a 2-bed. You're probably spending like 40,000 naira on electricity alone, right? And let's assume in your 2-bed, you have a TV, you have a washing machine, you have a microwave. And for you guys that don't know, washing machines and microwaves are actually assholes if you're on band A. Washing machine, microwave, air fryers, and the likes. So yeah.
So why use air fryer?
Because air fryer is a healthier option. There's no oil.
That's the marketing strategy.
Because of that, you spent 40k already on that. And you're left with 30k. You're going to go to work for the rest of the month, no? Then you're going to feed the house, no? And you're going to pay your kids' school fees at some point, no? How does that tally up? It doesn't.
Okay.
Don't be a poor man in Nigeria. That's the moral of this story, man.
Make more money.
Don't be a poor man.
But here's my take though. I have a rather opinion that you guys will not like. Yes, I agree with the both of you. $43 per month, ridiculous. Right?
So
Let me finish.
when I said $43 per month, I said there's a caveat. Make of it what you will.
No,
You can say at this point, I think for me it's we have flogged this issue. The horse is dead, the horse is rotting, there's not even a carcass anymore. I don't know what we are flogging. Nothing is going to change.
okay. So here's
I don't know.
here's my take. Yes, the money is small. If you look at the cost of living and the inflation in the country. However, how many states in Nigeria do you think will be able to pay this new wage? Mind you, there are some states that are still struggling to pay 30,000 naira.
Why are they struggling?
Now, that's on the one side. Now, considering that government policies have not been favorable to many organizations, even the organized private sector, how many of them will be able to afford this new minimum wage of 70k, which is like about 133% above what it was before at 30,000. Now, so it simply speaks to the fact that there will be massive layoffs. It's going to happen. Companies want to try and survive, and this is coming on the heel of the fact that the policies and whatever mispolicies and whatever thing the government is doing is actually killing more companies than we can even count.
Are you assuming that private organizations will pay minimum wage?
They're supposed to.
I know, but I know, but are you assuming that they would?
Yes, they will. They should.
But it's not they were doing it before.
No, they were.
They were.
What do you mean they were?
So in most cases, it depends on.
There are people that will pay people 15,000 naira per month. 25,000 naira.
See, so for a private organization to qualify, there's a minimum number of employees you must have before you are obliged to pay minimum wage. So if you have 2 or 3 or 4, I don't think you are necessary. I think about, is it 10 or 25? I don't know the actual number, but there is a certain number of employees you need to have before you must pay the minimum wage. And if you look at it, most corporate organizations, private sectors, they pay more than the minimum wage.
Yes, they do actually.
But again, you should know that minimum wage means the minimum any staff can earn within the organization. So it do not mean that if you are a top level executive, that you should be earning minimum wage. Of course, you should be earning way above the minimum wage.
Because CEO,
Right,
70K,
because,
which kind of
yeah.
CEO be that?
Like, I'm not even talking about senior CEOs, like managers generally. Most of them earn above the minimum
Definitely,
wage.
definitely.
Yeah, so corporate organization do pay, but it's just the real question then is how many people within these organizations actually earn within these brackets?
So now, if you're pegging it at that, and if, for instance, there was a private organization and the least staff was earning 50,000, now you have to increase the salary by 20K. Now, does that have to go across board?
No, okay, so if you're looking at it now, it is minimum wage,
Yeah.
right? So it is more or basic. So the salary might go. The salary should necessarily
Yeah.
go above 70K.
What do you mean?
So out of that 50K,
Yeah.
we are assuming that 30K is the minimum wage. Other benefits account for that 20K.
HMO.
No, that is if your take home is 20K,
Yeah.
it's 50K. So HMO is already factored in.
Yeah. So 50K
That
is
is
your
your
net.
net.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are looking at other benefits, transportation, feeding, or whatever other allowances that
Yeah, no, but,
organization.
no, what I'm saying is this here. For instance, like a gatesman in an organization, right? He earns 50,000 naira every month.
Okay.
Now, with this one, you have to pay him at least 70,000.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you have to add 20K to his salary.
Yes.
So I'm saying that you have to add more than 70K because that 50K that is earning is broken down into basic transport allowance,
No, but
feeding
I'm saying
allowance.
that's
So
entire-
we are talking about the net.
Yeah,
I'm
his net
speaking
have
to
to-
the net still.
Yeah.
So within the net that you are going home with, there's always this breakdown that is there.
Yeah.
So what percentage of that net is basic?
Let's
Okay.
assume his basic was.
So it's basically 30K
Yeah,
current.
yeah.
I mean it's still the current minimum
Yeah,
wage,
yeah.
right? So and it's earning 50.
So you're telling me now that you have to add at least 40K?
Yes.
Is that. Yeah, that's complicated, no?
But that's what it should be.
No, because at the end of the day,
You should add at least 40K. So meaning, and that is to say that he's at level 1. Because 70K is for level 1.
Yeah, that makes sense because at the end of the day, you have to put transport allowance,
Feeding allowance,
feeding allowance.
some other allowances that we
Yeah.
have, housing too,
Yeah.
and every other thing. So
And it has to go across board, right? From top to bottom.
that part I do not know. I'm not a professional within that space, so I really cannot speak on
Right,
that.
because I mean, if the gatesman is now earning, let's assume you added 40K.
So
that's
for
90
instance,
that's
you know
90K.
that you are all that you are earning in the millions now. Who is going to?
No. What we're saying is this, yeah?
No, I'm just saying now for you. I'm speaking to you, to your case specifically.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, you are already earning in the millions. Will it make sense for you? Unless you want to kill your company.
No, what I'm saying is this, yeah? If you add 40K to that gateman's 50K, that's 90,000. That's how much you pay him to hit the minimum wage. And let's assume that just above the gateman was the receptionist,
Okay.
and the receptionist was collecting the same 90K. Do you not think the receptionist want to negotiate a pay? Since you are paying the gateman 90K now, and I am a level above the gateman.
So again, like I said, the depends on organization, and this is my opinion. So I'm not speaking as an authority within this space, right? But it's my opinion. But I feel like if you are increasing that of the gate one, the receptionist is not a top manager, is not a manager. So it means everybody within that cadre will also need to review their salary,
Yeah.
and also by implication, you are also forced to also increase the manager's salary.
So you have to go across board.
Yeah, you have to go across board. But my question and my worry is this:
Can they afford it?
how many organizations can really afford it?
No, not a lot, to be fair.
So that is where I'm worried about the new minimum wage. It's not to say that it is enough. I'm just saying that considering everything that is going on within the country, like just might not be it.